very good morning to you all. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is Wake Up Nigeria. As you know, I almost here every day, no matter how tired I am, to share some moment with you. Some people find it annoying, but I'm here to do what I do. And what I do is I try to make sense of where we find ourselves, especially in Nigeria. I am so passionate, I so love the country, and I think you guys can move forward. My mission, really, if you ask me what is my biggest pain in the world, it's lack of humanity. Because we've lost humanity. We've lost, sometimes, and I wonder why people go to church. You talk about God, and God is good. But you feel it down, you're doing evil. And I don't understand which God you're calling on. So many times, that pushed me to do certain things that I shouldn't be doing. But on today, we're going to do something I've never done. Not that I've not been doing it. It's so similar to what we talk about. Cultural disobedience. How do you disobey people and you feel you can sleep? That's the question I really want to. And I want to make it in a very simple way. And the definition of it, I like it. I picked it from the internet this morning. I said, cultural disobedience is the act of deliberately, look at the word, you deliberately rejecting, questioning, or challenging norms, practices, values, and traditions of a dominant culture. Anyway, anytime you challenge those things, it's cultural disobedience. But I want us to be careful to mind the line between cultural disobedience and terrorism. Today, we're going to look at both. Cultural disobedience. All right? And I said it's a deliberate act of rejecting, questioning, and challenging the norms, practices, values, and traditions. You can challenge them. They may not agree with them. And is it good or bad? That's going to be something we're going to take out of the show today. Is it right thing to disobey certain culture, traditions, challenge them, question them, certain values you were born with? Is it right? That is a question we all have to ask. And for me, in my movie, one movie I said, cultural disobedience is a fine way of bringing positive change to society. Now, it depends on how you challenge, you reject, you question these norms. And that goes to two languages, protest and riot, and then terrorism. When you protest, it's a legal thing to protest. Now, and when I know when they don't hear your protest, you riot. And when they don't hear your riot, you become a terrorist. That's the problem. And sometimes we, in the normal world, should learn to listen to those who are questioning, challenging status quo, because they have a reason. And perhaps that reason, if well addressed, we can avert terrorism. And when it comes to this topic, I want to play with a lot of one big image I'm going to play with today is this one. These are some men you need to see. And they have their own definition for cultural disobedience. Look at it here. He said it's an intentional breach of a social practice. It's sometimes controversial, yet effective. Cultural disobedience is an intentional breach of law for a social purpose. It is controversial, yet effective. Today, we're going to take a look at that big time. Big time. I'm going to take a look at those people that have made some significant cultural changes in our society. And I think we should do that today. Let's take a look at this picture much more peacefully. I want you guys to see me as I talk about this people. Of course, you can see the men on this picture. We have Nelson Mandela is there. We have Muhammad Ali, that one there. Ali, I thought he was going to be the first American president anyway. And then we have Gandhi of all people. Then we have other images. Why I don't really quite know much about this wonderful lady. But I really want to ask you, when you hear the word, I am going to disobey the culture, I'm going to challenge the norms, it's always a problem. People that have there, they paid serious price for it. Perhaps we're going to remember, I'm going to bring in some of the quote from Gandhi today. When he talks about religion without sacrifice, there can be no religion without sacrifice. But let me see to Nelson Mandela. In his act, this is when the man was a terrorist. And I want to see this image in full. Let me remove this at the bottom. You see what Nelson is saying here? He said, during my journey, oh God, during my journey, anyway, I'm dedicated to the struggle of the African people. I have fought against white domination and I have fought against black domination. I cherish the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if need be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. You know, when I watch that video, anytime I watch that video, there's something that comes to me. I can feel something. It shocks you. Even talking about it now, I can feel some cold in the studio. He said this struggle, he has fought against white domination, he has fought against black domination. He said it's a society, a democratic and free society in which we all have equal opportunities. That is something in which to work and live for. And if need be, it is a cause for which he was prepared to die. When a man say this in a court, he's not here to plead for mercy. He's telling you what he believes. He went to jail for 27 years. He came out and became the president of South Africa. Cultural disobedience. But as at that time, though, I want us to find something like here. He was a terrorist. As at the time the man was saying this correct thing, he was termed a terrorist. The same man that's a terrorist become the world #1 citizen. The same man that was termed a terrorist at the time became #1 citizen at another time. It's confusing though. Well, let me tell you some big example of cultural disobedience that I wouldn't want to talk about today. I'm not going to spend much time on them. Do you know that there was a time in America where black people were not even allowed to sit on the same bus? If a white man entered the bus, you, the black man, will get up and go behind. You get up for the white man to sit. I'm talking when I was born. I mean, 1966, I was born in 1967. So it's about the period I was born. This thing was happening to black people in the United States. I can't remember the very song of Medgar Evers. He said, in Jackson, Mississippi, 1963, there lived a man who was great. He fought for freedom all of his life, but they laid Medgar Evers in his grave. I watched that documentary and I was crying. Not everybody made it like Nelson Mandela. Medgar Evers was fighting against this segregation of black people. They buried him in the grave. The one you all know is the man that have a dream. Martin Luther King came out and said, I had a dream. Where he thinks of an America where the color of your skin is not significant, but the content of your character. Kidding. But it's what we are all preaching today. So I want to say, at what point do we separate a terrorist from a freedom fighter? That would be a topic for another day. But today, I want to look at it from the mindset of it, which is cultural disobedience. I'm going to ask you, when you see somebody revolting, saying no to certain things, do you immediately consider him as an idiot or somebody who is a terrorist or somebody that should be rejected or somebody that you should listen to? Now, let me ask another thing. There's another big movement. Let me remind you this, the feminist movement. You know, at a point in time, women were only allowed to go into the kitchen. The position of the woman was the kitchen. You go and cook and you go home. You stay with your husband. Even to today, in the Arab world, a woman can sometimes you just a talent is in the kitchen. No other man can see her. You can't see her face. She's the property of that man because I don't know why she must be. Why you tie her in the kitchen? I don't understand the culture though. But again, that's some people's culture. Now, maybe listening to it, you say, why could you do that to people? But that is their culture. Is it right to challenge that status quo? Now, that is the harsh side of it. What about the culture that says women cannot vote? Women never had the right to vote. So a person that doesn't have the right to vote, will even have education? So what kind of property were they to us then? At a point in time, some set of people got up and said, no, we're not going to take this. Today, women can vote. Women are now presidents. Okay. Those that said that cannot happen, they were considered terrorists at some point. Today, I don't know what name we have for them. Well, like I said, it's a topic we're going to dwell on and we're going to think with one another today. Because I'm coming home. You know me. I will start like this and I'll bring the matter home. But let's hear the biggest man, or the big man, Gandhi. Gandhi. That's what I'm going to put Gandhi here. Gandhi said, the moment the slave resolved that he will no longer be a slave, he is better for. He frees himself and shows the way to others. Freedom and slavery are mental states. You know, the last time I was asking who is a slave and who is a slave master. But Gandhi is saying that the moment you free yourself, you say no to slavery, that you cannot treat me in a particular way. I don't know whether you dated some women. There are certain things you don't talk to them. My ex insisted that, in fact, because I used to call people madam, I talk to people outside. When I call her by name. They say, if you don't call me madam. At the point in time, I got used to calling her madam because this woman ain't taking it. So you call for your respect. You say no to certain treatment. And I was forced to listen. After all, she was not demanding for something that is outside. It's just that it is not my way to call my babe, madam. But she's not. She's telling you if you can respect that woman out there, you cannot give me that respect. And that thing kind of translates to the way I now look at her at home. Because if you call a person the wrong name, that is already how you're going to see her. Oh, hello, babe. That is it. Call her madam. Okay? She's somebody that needs to be respected. Stand up. Anyway, that was my story. We're going to stay with Gandhi a little bit. Let me come back to the listening here. Cultural disobedience. I'm coming though. This one is anti-colonial movement. For some time in the world, those of us that were taken, when the colonial masters were in Africa, they took some of us out to go and train us so that we come and feed into the colonial infrastructure to help them do what they do. Unfortunately, I didn't know they wouldn't have made that mistake. It was the same people they sent out that came back and said, we've been to the rest of the world. Because these guys, they went to America and they already can see the movement in America of black people fighting to free themselves, black slaves. Because the people that freed Africa were slaves that were sold. The same people were sold. It's just like what happened in the Bible. They sold Joseph. It was the same Joseph that set them free. And I'm going to tell you how the slave we sold to America set us free today. As at the time, people like them, like the Nnamdi Azikiwe and them, the Ghanaian, our man Kwame, at the time that Kwame went to the US, their intention, they never knew what they knew now. Until when they got to the US and they discovered that, whoa, they saw what Marcus Garvey has done. Because Marcus Garvey was telling you that, hey, you the white man, you're not better than me. We are equal. We are equal. And he did it in a different way. He was fighting for the black nation. He called it the black nation, the African nation. When they saw the light, I call it light, they came back home. Let me remind you people, those of you watching me, when I bring this matter, I want to bring it home to Nigeria. If you look at the kind of music Fela was playing when he started music, it was singing about women, about food, about this, until he got to the US. Fela was not successful. Look at the history of this Afrobeat you're talking about today. He went to the US and he saw what was happening to black people. That is why when he came back, he came to fight the system. Was he a terrorist? Of course. Ambassador is there. Ambassador, was Fela Anikulapo a terrorist? Because you terrorize him. We don't know who is a terrorist, whether it was the government that was terrorizing Fela or Fela was the one terrorizing them. But what I just want to say is that the same people who sold as slaves taught us the way to free ourselves. And when they came back, they now fought the infrastructure that colonial time is over. It is time for us to govern ourselves, allow us to make our mistake. Do you agree? Now, cultural disobedience. Let me bring the last one now. Let's come back to the last one. The recent one, which Nigeria can be very familiar with, end SARS, end bad government. It's what is currently going on in Nigeria. Now, young people at the point in time can see the oppression of their own brothers and sisters. Same people, you are telling me that I cannot do something, I cannot do something. They now said, no. You shot at them. But we used to call them terrorists. Now let me bring it to I know you guys don't want to hear this one. This is the one I want to say now. And when I say this one, you're going to be mad at me. For some reason now, Nigerian government locked Kano. I'm not a fan of. I don't believe in the Biafra movement. Let me be clear. But locking Kano up, what has he done? If the man has committed treasonable felony, why are you not committing him? Why are you not why not sentence him? Or if the price is killing. You see, we cannot deal with truth. Or maybe sometimes we cannot deal with of course, I don't like the word truth. Because truth is going to be relative now. But when people seek freedom, they're not getting it, they're going to try and disobey the culture. They're going to disobey the norms. They're going to disobey the law. Like what these men were saying here. At a point in time, Nelson Mandela intentionally broke the law. Gandhi, in fact, Gandhi was a problem. He was a problem to the British then. Today, every young man that wants to do anything great will remember what Gandhi had done. The topic today is cultural disobedience. I'm not cross the line. And I know the reason I didn't want to talk about this is that I want to be careful not to glorify terrorism. But I just want to understand that when people are pushed to the wall, sometimes they have no choice. Because Nelson Mandela was saying at the point in time, how can you fight? How do you defend an armless people when you just shoot at them At a point in time, the people in South Africa, they went out, the black people went out to get themselves armed, then they want to come back and shoot out. We're gonna chase. You see, that was what Bob Marley was saying. That we're gonna chase those crazy ballheads out of town. Because the system refused. Of course, Bob Marley was a terrorist for them. But if you hear what Bob Marley was saying there, under crazy, chase those crazy ballheads. He said, I and I plant the garbage, and I and I plant the corn. With my people before me, we slave for this country. Now you eat upon, you look at me with this corn, and you eat upon my corn. We're going to chase those crazy ballheads out of town. We're going to chase those crazy ballheads out of town. I dare to say today that the movement of Jesus Christ's movement on earth was against the tide, was against the culture, was against the tradition, was against the norm. That's why they killed him. That was why he was an enemy. It started with John the Baptist. John the Baptist said that you can't do this. Oh, this is not this. Who dare you challenge the authority of the king? So not to take the woman he wants, even when we know it is wrong. Now, he was beheaded. Sometimes they ask God, where are you safe? Where you they safe? When did they allow all this evil to be happen or not? How long shall they kill our prophet? Why we stand aside and look? I don't want to go far. Let's not go into that. But what I really want to, what the point I'm trying to make today is, at what point are we allowed to resist evil? At what point are you prepared to say this is evil? Let us resist it. And by the time I begin to resist evil, what name do you have for me? A terrorist. Then I ask you one question as you go to bed today. Are these men terrorists? Is Nelson Mandela a terrorist? Was Gandhi a terrorist? Who is a terrorist? And perhaps, if nothing is learned from my show today, is how do you approach such issue so that it doesn't escalate? I want to remind Nigerians that the so-called Boko Haram we talk about today, Kano, you lock up in prison today. They today are terrorists. You might be able to have the power, the media to call them terrorists. But what did they really ask for? Somebody come out to tell you that I believe that Western education is not good for you. That is what Boko Haram, book will harm you. Boko Haram, book will harm you. It doesn't make sense to me. But it does to him. If I were him, if I were in the government, I would fight him with ideas. How can you say book hurt you? When you use mobile phone, when you use it, you bring out the positive things in the Western education. Because the guys have come out to believe that because of whatever religion I've taught them, I'm sure whatever that is, that whatever you're teaching them from the West is wrong. But it's the same Western education that makes you to do well. That makes you to have the mobile phone. Even the weapon you used to kill up, you used to fight, came from them. And you say, this is not good. I mean, Betty is here now. I don't understand. Betty, every day now I come to wait for you. Any man when one day you go, I go see her now. How are you?
You see the way I'm appearing.
No, wow.
Good morning,
Sorry.
sir.
No need, my dear.
It's like I'll enter with my phone. But let
Yes.
me use link.
Yes, you can enter with your phone then. Should I send you the link then?
Okay, do you have it now? Or I should create. Let me get it from.
You have the link now. You can take the link now. Huh? All right, then enter with your phone, my dear. Well, my people, the cultural disobedience is a fine way of bringing positive change to society. And sometimes when not well handled, we will remain where we are. Had it been women did not protest for their right, today women will not be allowed to vote. Would that be good for us? In fact, it is a bad thing for the world. Are you saying that black people didn't have right to vote? Black people could get up because you have a bloody white skin? Is that something that somebody should be talking about? But it happened in my time. When I was born, that was what the order of the day. Are you saying that it is a wrong thing to demand for that colonial time to be over? I don't understand this. I really want to get that first. Are you saying it is wrong to say so? That no, you cannot continue to colonize us indefinitely. Is that a wrong thing to talk about? So, you know that what I'm trying to say is that there's going to be a time when there is need to listen to the other people so that things will not always go out of hand. It is easy to call them terrorists. And I want to remind Americans, because I want to bring this to their table, then I'm going to bring it home so that you guys know where I'm coming from. Look at these pictures. That was one beautiful image I saw today. You know, and this image is American independence. This is the symbol of American independence. I saw it and I saw this flag and I can see the beautiful people. The people, in fact, I don't know whether they are white or black anymore. The place has been so messed up. And I'm sure many of you are happy with this. Now, what did Americans do to get this? This beautiful image you see now, it didn't come for free. At a point in time, America have to say to the British people, this is the very speech. I bring it, I say it here every day, but I want to say it for what it is. So those of you who have not read it before can have a record of it. America wanted to be free, they want their independence. And this is what they said to the British. The 13th state, it was in 1772. He said, we hold this truth to be self-evidence that all men are created equal, and they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That here is happiness. The struggle of some people years ago is why you see this beautiful thing now. Are you saying that those people that declared independence, that they are terrorists? I kind of like the British for one thing. When you make sense, when you approach them and you say you don't want them anymore, what they do sometimes is really go. Sometimes they don't. But many times when you make a strong case, I mean, I live in the UK. If you have a case and you present it well, nobody's going to put you in prison for that. When America made this declaration, they packed their bag and they left. So why is it that when people talk about their right today, you are the same people to challenge them? Let me say the same American people that said to Britain, pack your bag and leave. They were the same people that didn't allow black people to have freedom in their land, in the same country. The black people were there before they got this independence. They didn't get it before the black people came. Independence was yesterday. Slaves were already there. So a place where you carry some people as slaves, you are fighting for your own freedom. I don't understand it. Complicated war. Now let me come home because it's too far away from you guys. So let me bring this matter home. You know, I didn't want to bring the picture of Kano on the scene. I don't want to bring so many things. I saw that the guy fighting in Finland is now a terrorist. Yes, and I can imagine some of the steps he's doing. But the question I asked the Nigerian government, is that the way to go? I remind you of Boko Haram. How can Boko Haram defeat you with ideas? In fact, if you kill them, you are giving them more reason to fight. You are helping them to get more. You create a martyr. I mean, in fact, if you look at the world there, had they not killed Jesus, maybe the movement of Jesus wouldn't have been as strong as this now. If they had not killed him, he might be one of those that just live and go, if it's just a human being, like some of you believe, or just a simple prophet. Many prophets were not killed. They did their time, allow them to make their noise, you defeat them and you let them go. But by the time you bring him down and you kill him, I believe in the blood. I believe in that one. Nobody needs to tell me. I grew up for some time now to know that when you kill an innocent person, there's a way. There's always a natural repercussion. I'm still talking on one simple thing today, cultural disobedience. You know, now let me talk of the new ones in Nigeria. So that when I talk of this new one now, let's look at this. This is the new one. I'm not going to talk about the other one because Nigerians can't deal with that one. The NSAS movement. Young people could see. You policeman, you carry gun, you see some innocent young people just because you know they make money in the wrong way. So you now become God to take the money from them, to kill them when you want. The young people came out. And sometimes you even take some innocent people on the street and you shoot at them. Is that the right way to go? These people came out to protest against your bad activity. Your government gave you the authority to kill them. Clap for yourself. And today, Nigerians, and perhaps that is why the Democratic Party will never win. In Nigeria, let me see whether Mary is back, so at least I have somebody to bounce on. Mary, this is your phone, I cut your head off. But at least even this one show your color. You see now, you look like me, and your skin is coming. For the first time, you're not going to be like, if I say this your camera, you must change them, I swear. You see my camera, color for what it is. Your own will bleach you, turn you to what kind of girl. And now you go get husband quick. You destroy this girl. And look at the beauty now. This is pure, unadulterated. Anyway, welcome, Mary. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine, sir. I is in London this morning.
Good. I've been here talking for 30 something minutes about a very difficult topic, cultural disobedience. Yeah, well, I'm good. The good thing about this life really is when you see a man packaged like this, there will be things inside you don't see. You understand? There will be trouble with package that will come out. And that is exactly what I want to say to this other movement today, LGBT. If you be gay, why you don't do an inside? Why must they bring it out? That is the only issue I have against them. Because sometimes some of these things, when you know themselves that this thing is not a natural, there's a difference between abnormal. The question is what is natural. When you go against the nature, the cause of nature, that is not something cultural disobedience represents for me. But if you are being treated like a slave because of the color of your skin, because of the belief you have, because of the food you eat, or where you come from, I can understand that. But when I decide to go against the natural creation, God creates me and I create many. We look different because a woman is big. He get breast, I don't get. She fine past me. You know, it's the way God created. That's why God created them, so that we will go for them. You say no, that one not good. That man, that you want. I include them for this issue of cultural disobedience. But all I know is that maybe a time will come, maybe that is my fear. A time will come where people that queer will be allowed to, will have the sympathy Nelson Mandela got. Because Mandela, what I was talking about today is that when people disobey certain rules, it's not always bad. I call it cultural disobedience. You have to disobey certain things to get to where you are. Like I gave the stance of these people of the civil rights movement. Like maybe some of them, when I talk about it, look at like yesterday. This is when I was born. I was born in 1967. In 1966, 1963, 1964, in the United States, maybe, when a white person enters a bus, the black one must get up for him to sit or her to sit. In the United States, we are talking. This United States, we are talking of. That was how they were treating us black people. Until some set of people said, no. Next, in fact, that's when Martin Luther King came out. In fact,
Their racism was too much then. It was too much.
And then why? Meanwhile, and this is the inequality in it, really. If they forgot, and this is the same country, few years back down the line, they told the Britain that all human beings were born equal, telling the British to pack their bag and go and leave their land. That was the famous speech they made, Mary. When they made this speech to the British people, telling Britain that we are all born equal, pack your bag and leave. Britain has no choice. They left. But after sending Britain away, you are now treating the same, you are not treating black people that they are not human beings. Maybe you want to raise your camera up a little so we can see you well. Unless you want to push back a little.
Is it okay like this?
I don't think so. But I'll bring you back. I'll show you how you look like. Don't worry. Now this is how you look like. You see, we can see your.
Oh, the other one was better. Wait, let me raise it.
All right. So what I am saying, people, is justice is for all. As at the time, Nelson Mandela, and I know they don't want to, Nelson Mandela fought the evil in his homeland, South Africa. And I love the speech he made here. He said, I cherish, yeah, good. It be better like this, maybe.
Okay.
Yes, I think so. We're going to be better like this. So let me bring it back in. Yes, let me have both of us. Nice. We can manage like this, don't worry. All right. But the beauty of it is now your skin color, your hair, the everything is on point. Huh?
The
Your
other
voice,
camera is dealing with me. As
uh,
anyone that has not known me before, if you want to judge me what you are seeing on that camera, it's going to be wrong because I might be
uh,
pink. If I'm not
uh,
pink, I'll be red.
sometimes complete purple. Purple one. All right. So very, we have a little topic in our hands. You understand? Sometimes we in this world we do things, and when it is affecting us, that's when we feel it. But when it affects the other man, it doesn't matter. And that's why over the years in my life, I try to be careful.
But we human beings, we are selfish in nature.
Yes,
It's a normal
you
thing.
just said it all. You just said it all. The same America that was able to tell Britain, pack your bag and go, that we are all born equal. This is what they said. We hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal and they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You did that finish. You finished with that one. And what did you do? Black people were your servant. They cannot even sit on the same bus with you. When they come in, there's a place, like there's some place where say white corner or the black corner. Even the South African bagger, they took it down to Africa. That was how they were treating us in our own land. And now this history is something children we don't want to remind them. But by the time you don't stop, you keep impoverishing Africa. Because now, maybe, you see, there was a time they came, they took us as slaves. One, they came back again to rule us. We fought to get independent. Now is the new colonial time. Debt won't kill the whole of Africa. Because they will always have somebody to work with. You know, when they came to take us as slaves, they worked with our kings to make all of us slaves. Maybe they were selling us. Our kings were part of it. During the colonial rule, it was our king that in fact, when the British were ruling us, they used the word indirect rule. We were paying taxes through our emir and some of those bag and those things again. You understand? Until we now manage to get independent. Today, our politicians are the one they are using now. I swear, if you go against America or Britain, you will not win Nigerian presidency. You will not. I can say that. You will not. Now, not all the things they mean is bad. Sometimes the West mean well for us. Sometimes they don't even know what they want anymore. Because you cannot be helping us and at the same time killing us. The debt you are owing, you said African leaders are owing debt. Nigeria is owing debt. By who? The next day you see giving that bag of money. A debtor, Mary, is a slave. If you owe somebody in those days, you know how people become slaves? When you owe and you cannot pay, they will take you as slave. Now Africa is owing and owing and owing and owing. Who are we owing? We are owing some people in the West. Who's going to pay the money? At the end of the day, we are no more free. They will now come and control everything we have. I don't know how you young people are going to fight the new colonial time. We fought our own colonial time. There's now independence in your time, really. It is not left for you. You're going to face your own battle. How do you fight this time? When they are using some people to make our life more poor. In fact, the truth is when you hate the West, you begin to talk of the West. Not everybody here is some of the people in power. They want so much wealth that they want doing this. Not every what concerns some white people, they don't even know what's going on. So, and you will not be hating another day white man for this because he doesn't know what is even happening. And some of them are slaves in their own land. Come to another day. Anyway, listen, I another man country a day. Not gonna pray make a dish at one day. All this is at the top. In Jesus' name.
You don't even talk about them like that. The way you face Nigerian, I wish you face these people like that. I will not be complaining.
No, I dey deal with them sometimes. I dey talk to. But you know what is so important today is what we do. I always bring it because this is Wake Up Nigeria. When I will talk to the rest of the world, you will see. When I have show that is focused, this is Wake Up Nigeria. So I focus it on Nigeria. You understand? So let's take a look at Nigeria today. At what point are people allowed to challenge the status quo? The certain things that are wrong. How are we? You know, I wish that we can understand that the only way we're going to get a change is with positive, is by disobeying bad rules. You're not going to get anything right. You have to disobey bad rules for good rules to come. That's the truth. America had to say no to Britain. That's why they became independent. You know, women were not allowed to vote at the point in time, Mary. You would have been able to be working now. Even today, Mary, there are some society will say, if you are my wife, they'll keep you in my room. You don't come out, nobody can see your face. But you
Yeah,
know,
that's true.
look at how productive you are. When was they tie you inside? So, yeah, again, those people at the point in time, they're going to revolt. It might work for some time. This is an extent to retire, and my going to tell you no. They can see their fellow mates becoming president. Women are president, and there are some tie in the room for being women, not for doing anything wrong. Oh, you belong to him. Stay there. Is that person not your property? Somebody you only you can see, but somebody other people can see you. Many women were not allowed to vote. They couldn't vote. Women were not allowed to vote. This is the world we live in. Today, women are president. For these women being president, they work hard. People die for it. Black people. In fact, I was giving instance on the show before you came. That if you listen to Fela music in those days, when Fela never see the light, nobody concerned her. Fela was singing about women, about music, about food. That was what he studied in Britain. He studied music, and that was what he failed in Nigeria. Then he packed his bag and went to the US. When Fela came back here, when he saw the way they were treating black people there, that was what inspired Fela. And I used one word on the show today. The same slave we sold were the people that set us free. Like in the Bible, the children of Israel, they sold Joseph. It was Joseph that saved them in difficult times. I always say to people in Europe, you are the Joseph of our time. If Africa is going to be free today, they are the one to free us. Not Africans. Africans can't free themselves. Sorry. And how do you free people? You don't need to physically come down by enlightening them. You know why Kwame Nkrumah could come back to fight for independence? The people that fought for independence for us, maybe. They were people that were sent to America, Europe to go and study. They are the ones that give us independence. So. Not our kings. So our kings were happy. They were comfortable. The British rule was good for them, or the French rule was good for them. It was those that went to study in America, like the Kwame Nkrumah, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Awolowo. They saw the light, and they came back and said, "No, we want independence." That's why we are free today. Now Nigeria is a free country, right? Now the question I ask you is, how do we? Now we'll be talking about the West. Let's come home. Our country is held like a captive. Some people hold our country. It's in their palm. The reason I know is you have how many people use private jets in Nigeria? And when I use the word, they get angry. Where did you make the money? 90% of them are politicians who stole our money, Mary. Our money is what they use to enslave us. And we sit down quiet until we fight for what is right. We're not going to get it. Gandhi said, there will be no religion without sacrifice. I said another word on the show today. Had they not killed Jesus, maybe the movement of Jesus was not strong like this. And to be honest, I dare to say this. I agree with Prophet Muhammad. Because had Prophet Muhammad sit down, look, fold hand like Jesus, the movement will not come up from Mecca, they forbade him from Mecca. The man had to fight. He had to fight for what he has today. He said, you cannot kill me, no. Because sometimes God knows they come back and save for us. Now the same God did that when they killed John the Baptist. God did that when they killed Jesus. Prophet Muhammad said, no. Don't preach that nonsense for me. I'm going to fight. You see, that's why now, you see why people are not going into terror. Now I want to ask this difficult question, Mary. It's a difficult one. Be careful. And maybe we shouldn't be talking about this. Do you agree with what Jesus did? Or even if you agree with it, do you disagree with what Muhammad did? Now, look at what we have seen in the world. I'm reading the book now, the two books for you, the Quran and the Bible. What happened in the case of Jesus? Let's start with John the Baptist. John the Baptist came and he was preaching the word of God, though, in a good way. Many, they killed him in our face. God, they the watch. Jesus Christ came, they killed Jesus. All the disciples of Jesus Christ now execute all of them. All of them. All those 12 disciples, they were killed. None of them died a natural death. Now, by the time Prophet Muhammad came, he has seen all this one. You said make you wait to make the killer. Prophet Muhammad said no. Do you agree with him? Today na Friday. Be careful. Don't say anything. No, leave that one.
I want to know, are you asking me like to answer these questions you asked now?
No, I don't,
like,
I don't want me to answer. I don't want you to answer it. Because
that's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. Mary in this Abuja will not work.
No, that doesn't work. I don't go say. I refuse that one for you, my daughter, in Jesus' name. You see, what I'm trying to say is sometimes we don't question certain activities. Me, I am questioning things in my own way. You see, I'm sorry to say, as at the time, Jesus died at 30 something. Meaning I'm older than Jesus when he was on earth. Maybe I'm 57 years old. The guy, they killed him at 30 something. I'm older than him, you understand? So I should be able to ask questions at my age. I said, why is this and this? I am asking, if I be Prophet Muhammad, I don't see whether they do this one, I don't see whether they do this one. Me, I go carry collage to defend myself. By the time you do that, you know what you are? You are a terrorist. I'm talking of today now. If I see what they do to me, now I come now to my place, my village. Mary, Nigeria is oppressing my people. And I dare to say this. We contribute, we produce oil. Our land, our backyard, they draw this oil when they use it. Sorry, Mary, it's a very unfair act. The oil Nigeria is spending, the whole oil money we are depending on, is coming from our area. Go to that place, maybe you see nothing to show for it. Nothing. What they did there in my village, this is what I accuse Ibori every time. Ibori, before this time, you know what we have in those places? They were this rubber plantation. We call them palmo. They had a lot of rubber, you understand? And some of them were oil. This palm oil. That was what my people were using to feed. Maybe they've uprooted all those rubbers. What we have there now is labor base. All the government care about is protecting their oil. Oil that belongs to us, which is now government property. So we are like slaves to the Nigerian state. And I dare to say that the rubber man in particular have nothing to do in that. In fact, if you see what we contribute to Nigerian oil, maybe we don't even get one state. We don't get state capital. Our capital now they put for Asaba. They say that Delta state, not Anioma state. But we're dealing with it. So our people cannot even dare. If you say something now, you're a terrorist. I'm just talking. That is not from my point of view. If the Igbo man, this is why I said to Kano. Kano have seen a lot. He has seen the way things are going. He's protesting. You lock him up indefinitely. I would be stupid to support locking him up indefinitely. Even when I don't agree with the movement of the Biafrans, I don't think it's a wrong thing to seek for self-determination. I don't think so. But I don't think that Nigeria need to break at this point. It's just stupidity. We can live together, but in a more tight and a more unique way. I am just thinking that we need to fight those people who are killing us. Nigeria is not bad. They are the thieves that are there, driving the private jet with our money. Those are the people who should be asking questions. Our problem is not the country. Our problem are those people who are using these resources, the little resources we have, to oppress us. Why don't we face that? You understand? Nigeria is a beautiful land. You see the Boko Haram. Maybe the word I use the word Boko Haram. Book they harm you. They say Western education is not good for you. I don't agree with them. Because Western education is not bad. Education is education. It depends. You call it Western, but it's the same education you are using. Now you're telling people to do that. But I will be government, but killing the man is wrong. Why would you kill the leader of Boko Haram? Why did you kill him? Nigerian government killed him. Now, if I dare not, they will kill me and nobody will say it. You see, there are certain injustices you must take yourself out and ask questions. The man what is asking for is wrong. Why don't you deal with him with idea? I will defeat Kano with idea, like I say. I will defeat them with idea, but I will not kill them. I will not lock them up indefinitely. Why? What have they done? If you are afraid of what they're doing, deal with what they're talking about. If you are afraid what you see, Mary, the best thing you do in a family is to deal with issues, not to kill people that are raising concern. Society only move forward because certain concerns were raised. Nelson Mandela said to the establishment in South Africa that he believes, oh, that's a wonderful speech, Mary. Let me share that with you, my daughter. I had this one written down today. If you listen to what Nelson Mandela said here, you will love him. You understand? This is Nelson here. Let's see this speech. Oh my God. He said during his lifetime, he has struggled. I won't take the one I can see. He has struggled for the African people. This is the struggle of the African people. But this is the part I love, Mary. Let's come to this. Let's see it together. He said, I have fought against white domination. Nelson. And he has also fought against black domination. He doesn't want anybody dominating anybody. He said, I cherish the idea of a democratic and free society in which all people live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. Not just living together in harmony, but with equal opportunities. It is an idea for which I hope to live and achieve. But if need be, it is an idea for which I am prepared to die. Okay, when this was in the court, when he finished this, they sentenced him to life imprisonment. He served 27 years. He became president after. Was Nelson Mandela
27 years of somebody's life.
In fact, he sacrificed his children, his family. What they did to Winnie, the wife, young beautiful woman, they frustrated them. In fact, you cannot imagine the agony, the trial of Nelson Mandela for only saying that there should be equal opportunity in South Africa. Today, if Kano is saying that the oppression of the Igbo man is not something to be ignored, because what is happening is, okay, democracy is the rule of the majority, oppression of the minority. Sometimes we need to define this democracy. Are you saying that because you are more tribe, you can continue to oppress those who don't have a tribe? At the point in time, we need to redefine the democracy. The ideal democracy is not those voting the voting for office. For me, if our people agree that this person should be the king and he should stay there forever, it is democracy because we agree. It's the choice. It's the will of the people, Mary. It's not the counting of the people. It's the will of the people that matter, not the number of the people. So if a society agree that we want to practice kingship, monarchy system of government, so be it. In the United Kingdom, Mary, we didn't vote for the king. If Mama died, he become king. You vote for her. Nobody teach us democracy.
That's true.
But it's accepted to them. They love it. They cherish their king. So why can't we practice what is good for us? What is democracy? If it doesn't have the ignorance. But what is important here is they have respect for the people. We want to live in a free, a society that has equal opportunity. What Nelson Mandela is saying. Nigeria is not so at the moment. Let's forget about this external influence and bring the matter home. Let us focus on those people who are oppressing us, maybe. There's enough money in the land, enough money to go around. It's in the pocket of you who stole them. Now that they work for it, they stole it. If these guys did business and they make money, fine. I stand to be corrected as article. Article sold, he privatized, in the course of privatizing all our government property, he made billions. So this stupid governor, in the course of running the affairs of the state, they stole the
that is the article has been complaining about Tinubu. It's as if he does not want them to sell everything though, so that they will remain for him in case. It is the ambition to win one day. In case he later find himself in that place.
You know
Let him
what,
have the remaining one to sell.
what is going on? You see, anybody have tasted power before, if you see they can never leave there, maybe. If you come to my place now, all the three governors went on before, they don't put their daughters to be out of a rare part of this. They are fighting, they cannot leave the system because the money when they're there, they know how much you can steal from the government purse in a day. And nobody will tell Mary, if you wake up in the morning, waiting be 30 days, 2 billion, and land your account, security vote, you don't know what you want to do with that. 40 billion, come make you manage. Another 20 billion, they go to the state, the local government. Another 15 million, they go to the SOPADEC. Mary, all these billion. Now you the control. You will confidently take 30 billion, nobody will know. The governor of Delta State can easily make 30 billion every month. Peacefully. We thank you, sir. Why you go leave that office? 30 billion naira, maybe, if you know what I'm saying. Oyibo here and Oyibo go faint. The white people that taught us democracy, they didn't do this to themselves. Maybe the amount of money the MP in the United Kingdom go online. Our senator go pay MP like 10 times, 20 times. They earn more than a British MP. Nobody are earning with the talk, so nobody one way the thief, they are earning. Salary is officially declared. A country where somebody says 70,000 naira not be paid. You self come out to say that they pay you 14 million. We know say they're not that 2 billion they get, but only that one not be insult. Maybe these are the things we need to correct. We need to change the way the salary structure of the Nigerian politics. We need to monitor the way they spend our money. We don't have a single problem. But until these issues are addressed, and if you have so much money today, you see them now, there's hardly a Nigerian politician who don't have the invest. There is hardly one. You not get invest, you get hotel. They are buying the country. In fact, many
And
another.
Chris, you talked about a capitalist state, right? At the end of the day, what are we practicing? All the businesses they own, did they not privatize it? Is it not being controlled by private individual?
So that's it.
We talk about business. It's not that they don't own business, but you won't see their name in the business. Why? Because they hand it over to a private person to run it for them.
Yeah, because that's exactly what I'm saying. Maybe even you see in the UK here, if we want to be free, there's a solution. No? If I maybe I swear, trust me, if I put 5,000 pounds in my account today, they ask me where do you get it? Now, how much Nigerian people can get? You will get 20 billion. Nigerian people get 10 billion, 2 billion, 5 billion for account. They know they work. Oh, it will not happen in the United Kingdom. It cannot happen. It will never happen. They want to know where the money is coming from. Until we correct this, like I said the other day, our solution will be to have effect, not the president. Oh, we don't need to be spending so much money on election. We need to spend so much money on policing the state. Let me repeat that one maybe. We don't need money on who become president. Our emphasis is not who become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our emphasis is how do we police the Nigerian state. So, like I was telling them during this on the election, and the guy, the journalist didn't understand me completely. First time we just can't be on not the same page. But the truth is, if you see the amount of money they spend on that day, maybe to elect a fool, a thief, I am sorry, you're gonna steal the money, sir. You know that's what you are there to do. Okpebolo, if you see what he's doing in Edo State, he don't define, he don't color, don't change. He color of his skin. And when I see the picture yesterday, I said, God.
Daddy Chris, so quick.
You see the color of his skin, maybe. But Photoshop was inside.
Is it not
But
too fast? When did you enter?
maybe if you see the color of his skin now, it be like say you know they see some Tinubu picture. Baba one know they feel the waka before. You know they see the way Tinubu don straight. The money is too much, and the problem is we didn't say they should not spend, but maybe they don't think outside the box. They just go and take money. Tinubu is always concerned. Tinubu Minister of Petroleum now how to save the oil in my land. If I talk more than this, those people they are giving the contract now they will kill me because Tinubu don't give them their own. Now that the Chris won't take food from their mouth, so they ready make that the Chris die. Whether they don't say the thing not go pass today. Even Tinubu, what Tinubu is doing is not going to last. You can continue to oppress some people. A time will come, people will ask for their own share. If I don't, my children will ask. We're living in a society where we concern ourselves with what is not even our business. Our business is policing the Nigerian state, getting our money that some people have hijacked and continue to hijack. What is the governor of Delta State doing with 2 billion naira every month? On which security? Who is he securing? I know, no, I'm speaking again. The governor of Delta State, I don't want to talk of President Tinubu. I don't know who President Tinubu they secure. Tinubu security vote, not go there. The question I ask is, what is the governor of Delta State securing with 2 billion? No, what is he doing with the money? This is not the one he take for back. This is what the Nigerian state pays him for security. He needs to explain to us what did they take that money to do. Until we challenge this status quo, until there is effective policing in Nigeria. You see, and we won't do that now. You know what happened maybe? The everybody is now eyeing the office of the governor because the money they go there. If Nigeria want to be free, we should spend all the money we have. Everything, no election. We don't care who become president. If you want to be president, go and sit down there. What we want to know is who become the Nigerian police. How do we make sure that our money are not stolen? How do we make our money are spent well? That is where our money should be going. We should be spending money. All the money we have on policing. There should be no money on election. If you like, choose anybody when we rule us. We don't care. But that person cannot misbehave because the police will catch am. Mary, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't need to spend money on bloody elections. Spend money on beavers. Are you out of your mind? Who is a fool? What we need to do is spend money to make sure nobody is throwing our money in his pocket. Nobody. Maybe imagine the amount of money we spend on beavers. On all those people they call themselves in the House of Rep. If we spend all that money to police the Nigerian state, maybe as of now we have CCTV all over the places. We will have some technology. In fact, there's AI now. I did law. If you study law, will they able to fight this government of the United Kingdom for using AI to police the state? That is against the human right. But if you don't get what they hide, because AI will pick you among all the people coming from Stadium Mary. AI will pick the criminal they're looking for from among all of them. In fact, they go online today and say AI policing. In fact, they've abused it in many cases, and I'm going to bring some cases on the show when we go on break. That is what Nigeria should be spending money on. To spend money, so meaning the AI, Mary. I don't know whether you try it, ChatGPT. Anything you ask, before you finish, it don't tell you. So if you say how much Nigerian account, if AI go get all of them, it go begin ask, how did this money, when the money was deposited, where the money came from? It will trace it for us.
But is it true?
AI
Yeah.
overthrew maybe.
No, every information they leak, is it true?
Yes. AI will not leak what is not there, what is not there. It's like a system you feed in and it will bring it back. You understand? If you don't give access to AI to certain things, AI will not know. But once AI know, once those information are with AI, it can bring it out in a second. In those days, those of us that study law, Mary, if I have a case now, I'm going to go and argue the case in court that why the person should be free. I will look for cases. When past case, I say this happened in so time, this was how it was judged, this happened in so time. So that's what the case I'm looking for. I will ask AI today, give me such cases. AI will produce, go pack them, give me. Whatever I'm looking for, maybe. In those days, that's why lawyer they carry, those big book where they carry in those days. We no more carry it because the information is now on AI. Fingertip. So if we're going to solve the Nigerian state, thank God say we never civilize reach there. AI policing will solve our problem in a second. We don't need to spend money, Mary, on elections. We don't need to spend money on governor election. This one, no, it's a waste of money. Let us spend the money on policing the Nigerian state. And you know why I said this? Mary, I've been talking, and I come to this, Mary, that we can disobey society. The cultural disobedience of the decrees is to change the way we do things, and we need to do it now. We need to know that our problem is not the president of Nigeria. It's not the governor. Because governors, any new governor that comes will continue to steal. If Tinubu come out now, the next one coming is coming to steal. If we want to solve this problem, we have to spend all our money, maybe, to correct it, to police the state. If you do it, you will be caught and you will go to prison. Straight. Look at Okowa now arrested. He's going to go home tomorrow. He's at home. Okowa is at home at the moment, enjoying, laughing at us. He's laughing at us. He's making a mockery of us. And the question is asked, are you saying Okowa made all that money? Are you people sitting in your conscience, Okowa, are you saying you made all that money? Where did you have money to run for president? Are you insulting us? Are you people actually insulting us as a people? Oh, he didn't steal money. Come on, man.
They arrested him. Have you heard any story again about him? Have you heard them say, okay, this is what?
There's no police because we don't have police. Maybe imagine if Nigerian police do the work and if Okowa were locked up today, the next governor will not do it. The only way to correct this is we make sure Okowa locked up and the next and make it open how he stole the money. Disgrace him. And the next one will know, oh, if I come up for office, this is going to happen to me. Maybe the guy will be on track. In fact, if anybody go, you're not going to wear too close. You're not going to share 100,000 naira give people. You see, these things now, they sound simple, they sound evil, that the Christ is rude. But if we don't do this, we're wasting the future of our children. You know, I'm happy to say this. I want to say this. America said their own, but I want to say this for Nigeria. We hold this to be self-evidence that we Nigerians are all the same. We are equal. And we are endowed with certain rights. And our right can only be achieved by policing. We must stop spending our money in looking for the next thief. We spend our money to correct so that they will not be able to steal us. Because if you spend money all the money to vote to win the next election, you're voting in the next thief. But if we use the money to correct the system, bring in AI to correct our stealing method, arrest people, make them their not be this one what they do now. This is a show of shame. What is happening now is a show of shame. If we spend all these monies to correct the system, and you're not going to correct the system without the police. When I say police, people think I'm going to talk of the other policeman when he carried that dead gun. That one is dead already. I'm talking of intelligent policing. AI is an example, maybe. You have nowhere to hide. And there should be CCTV all over Nigeria. That can be controlled. What is beavers? What do you mean beavers? I've never seen any civilized country in the world where you take first, maybe, when I get national ID card, when I get voters registration. For what? What is the difference between national ID card and the voters registration and the international passport? You need only one proof of identity to vote. Must you have another card? Do you know how much you spend in that? Do you know how much you spend in beavers?
This one, that one. And funny enough, voters card can do what national ID card will do. You understand?
Why do we need them? You are registered, you go there with an proof of ID, you vote, and you go home. Look at the amount of money we spend to do beavers. To do what? What do we need beavers to do? Beavers is a waste of fund. That money should be given to the police to correct the system. And oh God, Nigerians, they don't want to go to jail. I promise you, Nigeria no one go jail pass. If you put one in jail, the rest will not do it. Only one. Okowa going to jail, we save the future of Delta State. You make it clear and because the system is so clear. Today now we don't know how much Delta State. AI for don't tell us so if police they work. Police for the release information. So money came to Delta State today. So amount of money was spent. And we will now wait until the man finish office. We're going to correct them as they go. Police will help us to police the state. Clean. Journalists will add their mouth. We will have a fair and a beautiful country. We don't need to spend money. This is the cultural disobedience I'm looking for. The cultural disobedience is not the one that say, oh, let's go and build the street. No. Kano, when I help you, I need able, sound mind like them, Kano. I need intelligent people like them to join this movement. We don't need to be looking for new leaders. We don't need to break Nigeria. We need to get effective policing to correct, so make sure our money does not go into the wrong hand. And in fact, the moment we do that, nobody will want to be president of Nigeria anymore. Because there will be no money. Your salary, who won't pay you that money? Nobody will want to be president, I promise you. You want to go and do your private business than to be president of Nigeria. Who want to be, today, who want to work as civil servant? Anybody they fight.
Everybody wants to be CEOs. Everyone wants to be business owners.
So that is what they are now. By the time we correct that nobody wants to be governor. And what will happen is the society will move forward. The money will be in the hands of the people. The state will be rich. And I believe in the state being rich so that the state can do things for every one of us. If I am rich, like I talk about capitalism, I'm happy my daughter can remind us that the capitalism we're talking about will make some people rich at the detriment of the society. Atiko sold everything we have. Now the things are in the hands of very few people. Yes, it looks as if it's a good improvement. Who owns the wealth now? The wealth of the Nigerian state that belongs to NITEL that they have now improved. MTN, we get for MTN. Are we part of those that own MTN? MTN is making all the billions in Nigeria. In fact, I was flying on a flight with a guy in MTN when I was coming to UK. The guy said to me, the money they made in Nigeria is bigger than the money they made in the whole of Africa put together. In Jesus' name. Let's go on a break, my daughter. Well, I don't say too much today. In Jesus' name. When I come back, I'm always going to end my show with my new philosophy. My new philosophy is that we should spend money. We should spend our money. I repeat, let us spend our money to do one thing. And what is that thing? To restructure the Nigerian police. Not this one carry uniform. We need to improve the way Nigerian state is doing police. We don't even care. We don't have problem to become the president of Nigeria. Because Mr. President, you will not be able to steal when I finish with you. Mr. Governor, you will not earn that money and you will not be able to steal when I finish with you. That is the new reformation. That is the cultural disobedience of our time. And I want everybody to join me to do this. Let's go on a break. Don't go away. Stay with us.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. Srtv Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to Srtv Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious Srtv Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@superiorradiotelevision.com. Srtv Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Daddy Chris. We're coming towards the end of the show. Yes, I come today with a very difficult topic, something I don't even want to talk about. Sometimes I don't want to talk about them, but I don't have a choice but to deal with it. It's cultural disobedience. And I'm saying that we need to disobey the current Nigerian culture. All I've been saying, using American cases, I'm only trying to justify it. I have justified it in so many ways. Yes, Godwin, let me hear from you, sir. Godwin is saying, yes, talking about policing Nigeria as of today, it's like throwing a stone in a deep ocean and looking for an instrument to fish it out. The politicians are intentionally, under policing the country. Yeah, they're intentionally under policing the country so that they can continue to perpetrate their evil agenda. Have you ever seen where a policeman will be guarding a politician in an advanced country? It will never happen, sir. You're right. You're right. You see, and this is the thing. And Godwin, you know what is surprising me, Godwin, is the amount of money we spend to run an election to win the next governor. We saw what happened in Edo State. If they tell you how much they must have spent in Ondo State to recruit the next thief, we just spend that money to recruit the next thief. We're not going to prepare money to recruit the next president, the next thief. Now, and I'm not going to blame the politician. A thief will be a thief. A politician is not meant to be straightforward. He's going to win the election and he's going to convert the money within his people. That's what they do. That is the nature of politics. It is all allowed in politics. But you know what is not allowed? That we allow a country not to be governed. Right now, the country is not being governed. People don't understand the meaning of government. Government does not mean those who are in policy, who make the policy of today. The government are the people that enforce the policies. No matter what the policies is, it cannot be that bad. The problem is those that enforce it. And if we don't put our money, our energy into enforcement, and we put money into making ship laws that you know are never going to pass the test of time, we're stupid. I am saying that Nigerians should put emphasis, no elections. Anybody can be president. I don't care. So you, the Northern, are waiting for 2027 to produce the next president. You are welcome. But you know what will not happen? You will not be able to steal money. Because the police will do their job. That is exactly what I'm saying. You see, and if we're going to waste energy, if we want to save Nigeria, we're going to save Nigeria that way. Let us police the country. Let us make it unattractive for you to steal. Because the police will make the country unattractive for you to steal. Had it been now, imagine, say, Okowa has been prosecuted. Now, if we can prosecute Okowa, sincerely, with every thoroughness, and Okowa, imagine, say, if we know how much you steal. No, between you and I, no, nobody is going to be there. You are in your bedroom today. You know how much you stolen. Imagine if the AI can dig it all out. Where will you be? And that's not my problem. It's not you now. The future is bigger than Okowa. The future is what I'm talking about. If we want to secure a good future, we need to secure a policing system that can feature this. And I'm saying AI is one solution, but there may be others. You know, gone are the days when they use police. Go and call me constable. The days of constable policing is over. The days of, I live in the United Kingdom, and we don't have CCTV. There would have been so many crime undetected. So many. The UK has been so clever, they decide to electrocute. You know, anywhere you go in, you are under CCTV surveillance. This whole, how can police even work in Nigeria if they don't have the resources to do so? We spend the money on beavers. Whether we should spend the money on the police to make sure they monitor, only CCTV cameras would have monitored Nigerian election. The police will be in one place. They will know what you have done. Oh, we see that you start boat with the camera around go here. We don't see you for camera. When they play that thing for you in court, you will say go confess. Anything Okowa did during the election, any meeting here, police they catch you. They put you there. You will go to jail peacefully. And we know we don't oppress you. If we want to succeed, that's the way forward. Forget about what. In fact, are you saying Nigeria have money to do that? But we have money to do beavers. How many ID cards do you have? How much the Nigeria spend on voters' ID card? What do you need a voters' ID card to do? Are you stupid? The country cannot, you cannot tell me our system is working. Because the Nigerian card, the bank card, has never been frauded. If they fraud, nobody forget bank. The Nigerian security system is intact. Meaning you can go into the bank, put your money and take it out in Nigeria. So it's not a complete failure. Let us use that system to vote. I don't understand. We should go to the ATM and vote. We don't even need to go to one police station to vote. You can only vote once. You cannot have more than one fingerprint in your life. Use it and vote. If you do it again, it will reject you. The system will reject you. We don't need to do all this rubbish we're doing now. And we should put, this is why I said the policing is the solution. When I say policing, not be that Olokpa what you see for road. I'm talking of policing of the 21st century. Godwin, when I found out that I can be detected on the street, you know what they did in America? They tested it. That if you are driving and you pick your phone, AI will pick you. AI will catch you. Say you were there. No police can see you, but AI will get you. And you can imagine what that will bring in. In fact, they are fighting against it now. Because it's a little bit intrusive. I prefer it. Let the country, you know, I didn't they not catch this our prime minister here. But Johnson, they didn't get him with evidence. Boris would have gone away with it. Boris was saying, bring the evidence. Until they brought it out. The court will never work without evidence. If we want to work, police will do their job, and the court will do their job. Nigeria will be restored today. And luckily, those two arms of government, you don't vote for them. So let us spend our money to reinforce them. The head of the country is actually the head of the Nigerian police. Politicians will come and go. After 4 years, he will change hand. And you say that person should dictate our life and spend all our money the way he wants and get away. We're stupid. There will be thieves, and politicians will always be politicians. If we want to save this country, let us disobey what we studied. You know what I'm trying to say today? You see, one important thing is, I'm going to come back with the miseducation of the Negro. It's the topic I want to today. I decided to change it. The miseducation of the Negro. You think somebody is something that is not useful to him. My people, what I'm saying, I may sound alien to you. They taught us that Olokpa, human Olokpa, they work. But they're no more using the human Olokpa here. They use CCTV here now. They use AI here. I'm talking of my experience in the UK. They are not using that your stupid policeman. We for they get away with so many crimes here. And if you go to the bank to withdraw certain money, the system. Yeah, listen, let me tell you what story that happened to me 2 days ago. Well, yesterday. No, 2 days ago. But then for yesterday in the night. I went to buy a van. This is my personal experience from my bank. The bank was not expensive, in £2,200. I wanted to transfer that money that night. I was there. I want to make the transfer. The bank refused. Immediately, the Barclays flag it that is, they suspect the transaction that have been duped. Barclays, no police, so the bank stopped the transaction. I have to call Barclays that night and explain to Barclays that the woman came out and they said, yeah, it's my own. In fact, they scrutinized me. I answered more than 50 something questions on my own transaction before they okayed it. That is policing. Not because when you wear uniform, the Olokpa. That is policing the system. Where is that money going? Where do you get it from? They ask me all the questions before they allow you to go. That is policing. That is what we're talking about in Nigeria. We waste money on stupidity. We waste money now. We're preparing for 2027. How much the House of Rep go spend those set of food? And when I'm talking, some of them talk as if I belong to the same class like you. Do I look like you? I am proud to say that my level of thinking is far way higher than you. I'm talking from a point of experience. I have been bred, I've been fed. Now, Mary, I give when I talk about policing, I'm going to talk of the modern policing. Because when we talk of policing, Mary, and when I did Nigerian police, all of them are going to say, oh, maybe not that policeman when they see for street. I was telling the Godwin now that 2 days ago, not before far, I went to buy a van. If you hear me, I said I was going to buy a van. When I drove there, Mary, I wanted to pay £2,200. It's not a lot of money. The bank stopped it. They suspected that the transaction was too fast. And now, Mary, I have to call the bank down because I was already fine reading. I have to bring the van home. I have to call with the boy sitting by me, and I called the bank. They asked me more than 58 questions about my own money before I could pay. That is policing. They didn't say the money is not my own. They're not fighting with me. But they want to know why I'm spending the money that night, if I have been duped, who the money is coming from, who is the money going with, the name of the vehicle I'm buying. They check where I found the vehicle I'm about to buy. And at the end of the day, you know what I did? I thank them for protecting me. Have they done any evil to me, Mary? That's policing you rely on. They were not policemen, that was the bank. Bank does policing. The job of policing is not with the police alone. It's not the one that wear uniform that's a police. Mary, if you go to anywhere in London, as I'm coming out today, I'm on camera. The police can see me if they want to. The country is on camera. So that your stupid Boko Haram, wherever they come from, they catch them before they play the video for them. Why are we not spending money on that? During that election now, all the fraud that happened in all those states, police for don't get that for video. We for the watch now. Next time people will come out and know that I'm on camera. I don't want to do it because I'll be on camera. Why are we not spending money on that? Why are we not spending money on making the country safe? So that we can progress. Because the white people, the British people know that the key thing to their life here is not the politician, it's the security of the country. But what do? We spend money, Mary. We are proud. I want us to read some few things before we end the show. We are proud. We are, you know, when I talk now, you see how many Nigerians that came on television to open their big mouth this morning. They are very big people, they are very intelligent people. How can you be intelligent and you're stupid? You see, Prince Abuto, I respect the prince, former king, the father was our king. He will tell me that the most complex things, maybe, are made up of the simplest things. Anything this body when they say, if they put me to pieces now, then I will be ash. Small drop. If they bomb me now, I will become ash. That's why when they bomb person, now ash they can't go home. As complex as I am ashes. And I can be ashes now by just burning. I was made up of those ashes. This that the place you see here is made up of ashes. The most complex thing. The question is, why are we chasing the idol? We call it idol running. You're running away from you're running after things you should. You don't even know that exist. How can you run after politicians? How can we be fighting politicians? I will say, I'm going to fight corruption without the EFCC or with these policemen. The one you have now, is that police? So when I say let's empower the Nigerian police, they think I was talking about giving more food to a policeman that is already there. These are hungry men. Done. And yesterday I came up with one idea. I said maybe for the purpose of what we're going to do, maybe we should privatize it. When we talk about the privatization of things, that maybe if I'm going to call the police, I either call maybe police station or I'll call the one that can do the job, and I'll pay for it, but they will do the job, and I will be paying for my service. Maybe it will probably be more secure that way too. But it has not come to that. You understand? Because if I know, say, if I go to Ajangbe, the police station, I what they will do, and Okoko won't go do better, I will call Okoko police. Okoko police will come and do the job. They will wipe the crime because they know as they are coming, they will be paid. Privatization of things. But that is not the way to go, maybe in this case. It may be too complex and too expensive for ordinary person. The security right to life is a fundamental human right. So the government should do that. That's what I believe, that the police should do that. And if the police is going to do that, we're going to empower the Nigerian police. The question is, in fact, Nigerians should go into that kind of thing where good luck gather people, make them gather, shop our money. They should gather people in a place and talk about how to empower the Nigerian police. Let me repeat. How do we empower the Nigerian police? Number 5, how do we empower the Nigerian police? It should be the issue of the day. How do we empower the Nigerian police? That the police have come up with only 2. Number 1, CCTV. Privatization may not be a bad idea, but number 2, AI. The world don't move. Maybe if you know what AI is doing, what AI is going to do in the next few years. You see, people that talk of AI, our people they talk about Tinshe. The West, UK now, they know that even the CCTV is not enough, Mary. As good as CCTV is, which we don't have, it's not good enough for you, London. We come up with AI. Oh my God, Mary. I'm going to give instances now. I think we should go on another break. When we come back, then we're going to take a look at some of the papers, 1 or 2, and then I'll end the show with some AI stuff. All right, let's go on the break. We'll be right back.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay.
No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your SRTV shortly apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915 or 080-7082-7331.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for that beautiful comment. We are on the show Cultural Disobedience, but we want to quickly take a look at one paper. There is one, only one, because I am under pressure. All right, one paper and we go home. Which one are we doing?
Okay, we'll start with the Punch.
All right, go on, this. We move.
The big story on the Punch, anti-Tinubu comments. ACF suspends chairman as Afenifere others back president. And the writer says, Tinubu inherited Buhari's economic policies. Ohaneze, Middle Belt, others reply ACF on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Federal government decides on state police next week. And that story is on page 16 of the Punch newspaper. 21 states are rolled for.
Read that headline.
You said?
On state police. You understand? Repeat that one, please.
Okay, federal government decide on state police next week.
Can you imagine? As of today, Mary, we know we still go back. What is state police going to do? See, Nigerians whether we live in this new world or not.
Okay. It says federal government and governors
to
decide on state police next week.
Yeah. Is that the problem? The problem is the police is not equipped. They don't have what it takes to run the Nigerian state. And when they talk about police, they say that people want to arrest people when they thief money. Even when they for street, these police are those for those when they thief for road. Better police when they talk of, not be those ones. I better go on, my daughter. I'm not disturbing. We're coming back to it at the end of the day.
Okay, so we also have a story on the same point that says 21 states enroll for AFDB 850 billion agric scheme on page 25.
Maybe I dey wait for one headline. It dey sweet me. Lagos, I love you. Go on, my daughter.
PDP postponed NEC meeting as North Central insists on chair on page 36. We have ECWA's terror charges. Federal government presses for extradition as IPOB disowns Biafra agitator on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Moving forward, Syria grid collapse. NEC panel to boost power generation in states on page 25. Winners get 77 million in Zenith Bank Tech Fair on page 27. Visiting US-based Nigerian bought 9 drugs before death on page, coming from police on page 5. And the last story on the Punch, we have Lagos. Lagos 3 trillion naira 2025 budget prioritizes infrastructure and terrorism.
What I love about Lagos, the same country where we are, the power of productivity. Lagos is giving 3 trillion naira budget. 3 trillion. Go and check out the budget of Kenya. 3 trillion. Delta State was 990 something, not up to 1 trillion. The same country, Delta State collect more money than Lagos. So allocation that has come to Delta State is way more than Lagos. Today now, Delta State will get 40, Lagos will get about 28 or so. But Lagos is making a budget of 3 trillion. It's because Lagos is making their own. They are now a country of their own. They're not waiting for that allocation first. Go and check the allocation coming to Lagos State. Check the one going to Delta. Look at the budget of Delta State. Look at the budget of Lagos. Maybe attack and there's some of the kids that decrease. And now Roba speak for them, my daughter. You don't understand. If I talk at the same when they cut my throat, what are they doing? Maybe I better write that red line first. The red one. I don't know what it is. I'm visiting US based Nigerian watch. Go on, Mary. Let's finish this thing.
I can't hear you what you said.
I said finish your papers.
Okay, the punch. That's all for the punch.
Okay, wonderful. All right, people, that is where we're going to end the show. I just want to end the show on that big note that I'm talking of important things. Now, let me tell you people, let me give everybody that watch this show today to go out and Google this. Facial recognition technology. FRT. Facial recognition technology. This is a technology which the AI is using to detect who you are. Maybe if they put 50 of us down, or 100 or 200, 2 million people they work out from one place. If they put me down, then the camera will look, the AI will detect me among them. So once they are looking for somebody, they can get. So CCTV may detect you, may catch you, but how they gonna go catch you? If CCTV don't know say that this one commit the crime, how do we physically get you? Facial recognition technology can do that. So see where AI and CCTV work. Now, Nigeria, when they talk of better things, you know what we are put the talk? Maybe they call those state police. What do you want to give the state police? What is the state police going to do, maybe? Differently from what the Nigerian police is doing now. You see, people don't understand our problem, maybe, and it's very sad. And we are, whether we deceive ourselves or whether we are the one of this one. But I'm going to give everybody, go and understand, go and check what is called, go and look at the meaning of facial recognition technology. In fact, not every law student don't see this one. This is I copied this from the office, from the website of the Metropolitan Police. That's where I copied it from. It will tell you what it is. You understand? They're even using that to detect street crime, knife. But normally, with time they're going to employ it for traffic offenses. They're using it already to detect rapists. Serial criminals that are on the streets. This one will just pick them out. And those people, they go and watch football. So it will pick them out as they go and watch football. One person, among the whole crowd coming out, maybe that thing will pick you out. The physical police now go and pick you and take you home. Because they have a home for you. That's what we're going to end the show today, my daughter. All right, thank you very much, Mary. I know the system didn't allow you to join me on time, so that's why we couldn't do much justice to this. But what I'm saying today is, Mary, we need to disobey the system. We need to disobey what is currently happening in Nigeria. And how do you disobey the current status quo? It's by actually coming out with technology. Now, we need to change our norms. Politicians will be politicians, so leave them alone. Let them continue to do what they do. If we're going to do this, we're going to think differently. We're going to put our energy on the right thing to do. And I believe that the right thing to do is policing. Let the bank do the policing, like they did to me 2 days ago. Let the AI technology come to work. Facial technology is there. The ones I know, let the CCTV work. This money we spend on your beavers, on stupid national voters card that we don't need, and some of the waste, let us put it on these resources. I am sure if that what you are looking for is what you're going to get. If we want it, we'll get it. Thank you very much, Mary, for joining me today. My name is Daddy Chris, and I won't push Mary to give you another speech because I was asking Mary the most difficult question of today. Thank God you didn't answer it, Mary, because I want you to be alive for me, my daughter. You understand? Because one bad word you say now, I don't know where this will end up. We've seen stories like that in the past, you understand? So thank you for being clever enough, and we'll do this again tomorrow. God bless you. But today, let me say this, Mary, you're looking so beautiful this morning. Maybe it's now that the camera did not have a chance to abuse you. Look at the beautiful girl. Let me just in case you see what I'm saying. Look at her. Unlike before, one camera they turn on pink, turn on yellow, turn on everybody wants.
Red.
That's why we end the show today, my people. And I'll see you next time. But before we do that, before I see you again, let's give you a simple advice.
The sweetness of life and its existence is tied to the purity of your water. So if you desire to stay healthy, drink enough water, and the water that is good enough is Prisma Table Water. Prisma Table Water is pure, natural, and healthy for you and your family. They have clean and hygiene production environment, neat and healthy staff. Their equipment are top-notch, and they deliver nationwide. To order for your Prisma Table Water or be a distributor, please visit our office at kilometer 13 Asaba Benin Expressway, behind King Pet Petroleum, Otuluedo, Ogwashuku, and Yocha South Local Government Area of Delta State, or call 081-351-13668 or 080-577-72673 or 090-305-65137 or +358-452-352-206. Email prismatablewater@gmail.com. Buy Prisma, drink Prisma. Prisma Table Water. Life starts with water.
Prisma water is